Welcome back to the Stephan Show. My name is Graham and welcome to my show, and today we got a brand new episode from CNBC Make It. The last episode I did on this did so well. It was one of the best performing videos in a long time, so you know when I see something do well, we're gonna make more of it. And today we got this video from CNBC Make It. It's titled, Living in a $3,800/month apartment in NYC. Wait for it. Unlocked. And basically, for those that don't know, what this is that CNBC follows the lives of people who spend an exorbitant amount of money on rent, and then we get to see how they live. So let's see how she goes and spends $3,800 a month in New York City. How much is that per day? 3,800 divided by 30, $126 a day. Let's see how she spends a Mastro's dinner every single night on rent. So with that said, just make sure to destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm and get your 4 free stocks by using the link down below in the description, because that offer expires in like a few days. So if you haven't gotten your free money yet from Webull and 4 free stocks, go ahead and do that, because oh, you know what, right now I got a free stock. Oh, look at that, I got Zynga. Can you even see it? $8.05. So if you want 4 free stocks, link is down below and we'll begin the video here.
So when we first moved in, the upfront costs were probably around like $15,000 because we had to pay first month's rent, the security deposit, and then the broker's fee.
Woo! $15,000 on $3,800 a month is a lot. Now here's the thing. People underestimate how much security deposits are. If you're paying the first month, last month, and security deposit, like it adds up. But that $15,000 to be able to rent a $3,800 a month spot, it's not out of the world expensive, but it's pretty steep.
Hi, welcome to my New York City apartment. My name is
Ooh, don't you love that? 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, $3,800 a month. Gosh, I hope that's a big 1 bedroom. I hope this is basically just like a football field with like 1 bedroom in the corner, something like that. It's a lot of money. It's New York though. It's New York City, you pay for location. I bet if this were anywhere else, it would be $800 a month. And then if you want to be in a good location in New York City, just add a 3 in front of it. There you go.
Nikki. I am 26 and I live in New York City in a 1-bedroom apartment with my husband, and we pay $3,800 a month.
That's a neat shower. That is cool. It's one of those neat rain showers. I could spend all day just on it. If the landlord is paying for water, then hey, I'd sit there with the heat all the way up, like hours. Just hours sitting there. Not on my bill. All right, let's see this. Oh, it's kind of small. So we got living dining room. That's the biggest spot. Patio. Knowing New York City, they're probably including that patio in the square footage. Then a master bedroom, 1 bathroom. It's tiny, but you know what? It's New York City. That's what you get.
I'm a data scientist, and on the side, I run a little Instagram called Just a Homie that's about home decor.
Look at that, $50 to $70 a month for utilities. For sure, the landlord is paying some. I have a feeling the water's included. $50 to $70 a month seems to me like that's maybe the gas bill, probably the electric bill, maybe Wi-Fi. There's no way that includes water. That's why they're able to have such a fancy shower, by the way.
First moved in, rent was $4,000, and that was like right at the edge of our budget. But this past year, when we renewed our lease, we were able to negotiate it down to $3,800.
Woo! Good for you, saving $200 a month. That's not bad. I mean, here's the thing too. The landlord wins in this, because if they moved out, they found something else, the landlord would probably take about a month to rent out that place, maybe a month and a half. There's gonna be some overhead in fixing it up. So the landlord makes more money by just reducing the rent, not having a vacancy, and they get to save money. So that, I'd say, is a win-win scenario for everybody. Median monthly asking rent for a 1-bedroom apartment. Manhattan, 2800 Gramercy Park, $3,290. Oh, they're in the good area though.
My favorite thing about this apartment is probably the kitchen. It's like an open plan kitchen, and it has a lot of counter space, and it's modern. One of the biggest ways that we try to save money.
Her shirt matches the pillows, which match the terracotta tile with the plants, which match the table. You can't even make this stuff up. Like, everyone in New York City, for some reason, has really good taste for interior design. Look at this. She's even got the pillow with a little winky face on it. It's too good.
My least favorite thing about our apartment is probably the lack of natural light. We're north and east facing.
That's the thing. It's so important, I kid you not, to get a lot of natural light. I used to be one of these people like, it doesn't really matter what. It does. It matters a lot. I have found my work increases so much if I just get like a good light inside. That's all. Just getting natural sunlight throughout the day, it just creates this ambiance of just, it's more inspirational. You feel like just down and sad and tired and just lethargic and kind of depressed when you just don't get a lot of natural light. So I agree with her on this one, especially when they're working from home this much. Natural light is so important. Why do they keep calling it the hunt? This is not National Geographic. This is not a hunt. Just call it the apartment search. It sounds so much better. Like, let's bring that to 2020 right now. It's almost 2021. Let's bring that to today, modern era. It's an apartment search. It's not the hunt.
We used a service called Lofty, which is a brokerage which helped us line up all of our open houses in like 1 or 2 days. And so for this apartment, we had seen it on Street Easy. And so we just told our broker, hey, we found this place, we want to see it. And he set up an open house for us and we got to come, and that's how we found the place.
Oh my God, she is every real estate agent's dream. Oh, I love that. I love that. My best clients are the ones that just really use me for the negotiations, for the inspection process, and just my overall advice on the deal. Those clients are the ones that do all their own research. They're like, hey, great, I found this deal. What do you think of it? Can we see this one? Yeah, sure. Okay, Graham, well, we like it. What do you recommend? What price should we go on it? How do we negotiate the deal? All right, now we're in escrow. What about all these inspections? What should we ask for? How do we get the best price? That's what I like, because honestly, the mundane, like day-to-day of showing people properties, a lot of that people could do on their own, and that's not really what I'm good at. I'm not good at going and setting up showings back to back, and then they run 10 minutes late, and then every showing throughout the entire day is now late. I hate that. I'm good at negotiating, putting the deal together, writing the offer, making sure you get the best price. So they're great clients.
So for the application process, because it's a co-op, it's a little bit more strict than normal. So we had to, of course, show like our bank statements, proof of income. We also had to get personal and professional references. We also gave like a full financial statement. So all of our assets and everything we're invested in. It definitely takes some effort to collect all of that, but once we had that in, it was a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, those co-ops are a lot harder to get into. This is not your standard landlord-tenant deal here. So imagine just like one big apartment building that everyone who lives there owns a small piece of. So when you go and rent out one of these units like this, everyone in the co-op needs to agree on it, and they gotta be very thorough to make sure they're not gonna get a bad tenant. Why did my internet go out? Jack, we pay extra for internet so it doesn't go out like this. Geez, this is like the third time this has happened this week. Here I am talking up the internet. Like, ooh, we got all the fancy fast internet that uploads in 15 minutes. It doesn't even work.
When we first moved in, the upfront costs were probably around like $15,000 because we had to pay first month's rent, which was $4,000, the security deposit, which was also $4,000, and then the broker's fee, which was 15%.
Woo! Look at that. That broker is making big. People are gonna hate on that, but wow, $7,200, 15%. How are they paying 15%? I've seen some units in New York City. They pay anywhere between 5% on the low end to maybe like 8-9% on the high end. I have never seen 15%.
So that was like 7,000-ish, so it ended up being a total of 15,000.
Ooh, but at least they get $300 back. What a rip-off. Lofty. If anything, this makes me never want to use Lofty. I don't even know what they are, but it makes me just not want to use them. It's expensive.
We love this neighborhood. We're less than a 5-minute walk from Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, H Mart, the subway station, like everything is near here. I think our apartment is like in between 600 and 700 square feet.
Ooh, 600 and 700 square feet, wow. My garage that I was filming from in the last space was like 420 square feet. Imagine this just being like one room bigger than a garage. It's New York though, it's New York.
So this is our kitchen. As you can see, there is a pretty good amount of counter space, at least for New York City. And I really like this stove. This is like the fan.
It's nice. It is nice. That's a fancy kitchen. I do like it.
This is our fridge, which we also really like because it's like built into or like flush against the wall.
Ooh, look at that. That's a nice fridge. Wow, look at how well it's flush with the wall, it's built in. It looks like, I can't tell if it's like a KitchenAid. Whatever it is, that's gotta be, minimum that fridge is worth like $3,000. Maybe it's worth like 5, 6 on the high end. That's an expensive fridge.
So this is our dining area. We just put it right next to our kitchen. Our dining table is a CB2 dining table that I think is originally around like $300. But we got it off Facebook Marketplace for like $100. We also got our bar stools, which are West Elm bar stools that are usually like $200 each. And we got 2 from Facebook Marketplace for $150.
Wow, they're getting good deals. Good deals. What's this with the plant hanging upside down though? I don't know what that is. It's kind of odd. But good deals on the furniture. Great pieces, great design. From an aesthetic standpoint, I can't complain at all. I like it.
So this is our living room. We've, I think, made it really cozy with this big rug that definitely like brings the space together. This is where we basically spend all of our time. We have our bookshelf with all of our books. We actually like took the couch like significantly farther away from the wall, and behind all of this is our storage.
Ooh, that's kind of clever. That's pretty clever to have storage behind it that you're not gonna see it and you're barely gonna notice that couch like a foot away from the wall. That's really good.
So you have like all—
Oh, you can tell too it's raining out there. Oh gosh, in California we don't get that. We're in just quite a drought. It never rains.
all of our suitcases, well, half of our suitcases back here. So it's like,
It looks so cozy. It's all like warm in there. They got a nice place. It's raining outside. That's the best feeling.
so this is the bathroom. It's also been renovated, so it's pretty modern and clean, which we love. You've got like all the storage cabinets with mirrors. And my favorite part about the bathroom is the rain shower.
See, now it's time to say your landlord pays the water bill because that looks expensive for any tenant to use.
So this is our bedroom. Obviously it's a little bit smaller than the living room, but we just didn't really prioritize like getting a big bedroom. So we've got our bed right in the middle, my husband over there working, and his little desk area.
Did they not want the husband to be in this at all? Or maybe he just chose not to be in it? It's kind of awkward. He's just like working. No real part. He's a part of some B-roll, but that's it.
Rent is definitely way more than what we'd have to pay if we lived somewhere else, and I think we're very aware of that, so it definitely like hurts a little bit, but I think given that we're in the middle of Manhattan and, you know, just New York City, we get to like enjoy being so close to everything. I think that's kind of what it takes. I think for the rent that we're paying, we got a really good deal. We don't really know how long we're planning on staying. We just renewed our lease, so we're definitely here for another year. And I think we're just gonna take it year to year.
Yeah, I think that's fine, especially if he's a lawyer, he's working nearby. They're both probably making pretty good money. Like, I have a feeling between them, they gotta be making like 300 grand a year, minimum, maybe like 350. So given that their rent is gonna be like 3,800 a month, they can afford it. Their jobs are in there, they like where they live. I don't see any issue with it.
We did wanna buy, I mean, we do wanna buy eventually, but yeah, the New York market is just pretty tough. It really sucks to like rent and just like throw money out the door every month.
I would bet though, buying something like this would actually make you less money than what you just pay in rent. I'd say for something like this, I'm guessing it's rent controlled, $3,800 a month. They're not necessarily out that, but the cost of ownership is probably gonna be about that anyway if they bought out of pocket. So it's probably better they just reinvest the difference, continue renting here, and if they wanna buy something in another area, I'm all for it.
But yeah, just buying, I just don't think we're ready for there yet.
All right, so you know what, good episode. I wanna see a millennial money on them. Why can't we start off with the teaser? Like, let's see how they spend $3,800 a month for an apartment in New York City. And then, afterwards, we see their millennial money episode come out and we see how much money they're making. Because honestly, a lot of people are probably gonna complain about $3,800 a month, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. But the way I see it, that's the market. That's New York City. You want to be in a great location. That's how much it costs. Let's see some of the comments here. What do we got? So they found an apartment, told the broker, and still had to pay him $7,000 for an apartment they found themselves. SMH, insane. It's so hard to read these without the use of commas. So they found the apartment, comma, told the broker, comma, and still had to pay him $7,000. Like, it's just comma it. It's hard to read this. But yeah, I agree. $7,000 for an apartment they found. I don't know if they had to use that broker or if they just could have gone directly to the source and saved the money. I don't know. Oh, I like this one. For $3,800 per mo, I'm gonna need a washer, dryer, balcony, gym, pool, and a business center. Or I just purchase a home. Well, obviously they're not living in New York City. I'll defend these people. I'll actually go and defend these people that it's not as ridiculous as it seems for getting to live in Manhattan in a good area. And that's really all it comes down to. Shocked they didn't have to do a blood oath and offer up their firstborn too. That's funny. Yeah, those co-ops are something else. I like this one by Max Wynn. Lots of criticisms about how they spend too much. Remember, this is a fancy part of Manhattan. They're data scientist and lawyer. They ain't dumb. It's true. I mean, these are not stupid people we're dealing with. They're not just obliviously throwing $3,800 to the wind here for an apartment. They get a good location. How many times I gotta say that? And then of course I'm gonna end with this one, $3,800 for a 1-bedroom apartment. Graham Stephan gonna enjoy this comma. LOL. So anyway, those are my thoughts on this episode, and CNBC, thank you so much for continuing to make these. I love watching these episodes, and I want to see how more people spend money in really expensive areas. I like seeing these. I'd love to see someone spending more than $10,000 a month in rent. That's what I want to see next. So CNBC, if you can make that happen, I would love to see that episode. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to destroy the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell. Also, feel free to add me on Instagram. I post there pretty much daily. So if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there, as in the second channel. This is the second. As in the podcast, The Iced Coffee Hour, new episodes being posted every single Sunday. And lastly, if you want those 4 free stocks, use the link down below in the description, and Webull is going to be giving you 4 free stocks when you deposit $100 on the platform, with those stocks potentially worth all the way up to $1,600, and that offer expires in like a few days. So if you're watching this right now and you haven't done that yet, the offer is expiring like 2 days from when this is posted. So now is your last chance to do that. Get those 4 free stocks because it's pretty much free money. And with that said, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.